Hello guys, welcome to the first video of Chronic Extras. If you turn on the notifications, you'll know that this is the first video of Chronic Extras. Today we're going to be doing the ranking our first ranking video on this channel. This is where all the ranking videos are going to go on. Let's just start off with this channel with ranking FNAF. I might make another one later this week, but I'd have to find out what I should rank. And please tell me in the comments what I should rank, and I might do it. Anyway, I'm going to be ranking FNAF. Now, first rule. This is my opinion. So, if you don't like my opinion, just say you disagree in the comments. Please don't dislike because it's just unsatisfying. I mean, how would you like it if I disliked one of your vids, you know? Even though you don't have any, how put yourself in my shoes. Like, how would you feel just having a dislike on one of your vids? It's unsatisfying. Anyway, ranking FNAF from worst to best. Now, second rule is that why do you only see 6 logos of FNAF when there's not 8 or 9? Well, first off, I'm not including Ultimate Custom Night, Help Wanted, or FNAF World because FNAF World is kind of a spin-off. It's as good as an RPG it is. It's kind of a spin-off. And also Ultimate Custom Night and Help Wanted. I've only played one of these games, and that is Ultimate Custom Night. And I think you guys could agree that these would be easily the first in the top 1 and 2. And that's why I'm not including them, because it's just cliche, and I think you guys would expect it from a mile away. So I'm only including the first 6 games, and also because these are just the prime games. Like, they're just so prime, you know? You know, you got FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, FNAF Sister Location, FNAF Pizzeria Simulator, or FNAF 6. And, you know, they just seem more prime than the 3 others. So, yeah. And third off, the worst is not going to be the worst. It's just going to be the not most interesting game of the series, but it's still going to be the kind of the worst, but it's also just going to be more and less interesting. So let's get started with number 6 is Sister Location. So Sister Location is the lowest because of one simple reason. I didn't really like the vibe. I don't know. This was the first true game of FNAF that changed all the mechanics. I mean, FNAF 4 kind of did, but FNAF 6 took it to another... FNAF 5 took it to another level. And I just didn't really fit with the vibe. Like, I think it was just because it was like kind of like a first time jitters, you know. But it just, I didn't really fit with it, you know. So, I mean, I do like how you have to visit different rooms, but at the end of the day, it just didn't give me a good vibe. And I've never played this game, but I've seen gameplay, and still, I get that unsatisfying feel. Not like scary feel. Like, the game is kind of scary, but not scary feel. Just unsatisfied feel at the end of the day. Like, why? It's like, okay, like, it's kind of mediocre. So yeah, that's why this is the least interesting. And yeah, it just doesn't have the right vibe for me. Maybe it's just like, it's not for me. That's it. It's just not for me. And yeah. So these are going to be divided. So this is, the next one is also kind of less interesting, but like a little more interesting than this one. And number 4 and 3 are like in the middle. Like, I like them, but I don't like them. Number 2 and number 1 are my favorites, but number 1's better. So number 5 is FNAF 2. Now, I think a lot of people couldn't disagree on this one because this is kind of before, like, Ultimate Custom Night, Help Wanted, and all that, prior to all that. FNAF 2, I think when it was the first 4 games or 3 games, people say that this was their favorite because I think, I'm just going to assume, I don't really know that much, but it had a lot of characters. The mask mechanic was really cool. Let's see. You had some occupation to do, you know. I mean, you had some occupation to do in the first game, but like this game, you had to do way more occupation with the music box. And it included Withered Freddy, Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica, Withered Foxy, Withered Golden Freddy, Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle, BB, Puppet. That's a lot of characters I just counted. That's like 11 or 10 or something. And that's a lot of characters, and I really like how this is the second game. Imagine that, just playing the game and, like, Markiplier, or there was no reactions like this, but just imagine in your head, like, oh my god, already in the second entry in the series, and there's already, like, so many characters, you know? And, you know, that's really cool, like, already, you know? It's really surprising. But the thing is, I don't really like the mechanic. The mask mechanic, it's different. Yes, it is different. But I just don't like it. I mean, sorry. I just don't like it because it's kind of broken. Like, have you seen Markiplier's gameplay where you have to put the mask down, like, super fast in order to like lure the animatronics away, and that's just infamous, you know. And I just don't like that because you have to be super fast. Like, you know, come on, Scott. I know you're trying to be realistic, but come on, you could have given us like, oh, you have to put the mask down in under 2 seconds, you know, or 3 seconds. But you know, that's just not good to have the mask on like super fast. So that's why it's lowest. That made a big impact on the game for me, at least. So yeah, now we're getting to the I like them but I don't like them games. So number 4 is FNAF 3. I like this game, but I don't like this game. First off, let's get to the pros, if you know what I mean. The pros are, you have a totally different mechanic to do. You have to reboot systems such as the video, the ventilation, and I forgot the other one. The cam system and all that crap. Oh, the audio. And you gotta reboot those like once in a while, you know? If you don't, then it'll kind of distract you. So let's go each and every one. Or I'm just gonna summarize it. If the cameras go off, you can't see the cameras, obviously, so you have to reboot that. If the ventilation goes off, then you'll start getting blind, and you'll at that point you'll barely be able to see. Then the audio, you won't be able to lure Springtrap away, which, by the way, Springtrap is actually the only new animatronic here. Yes, there is the Phantoms, but they're kind of like reskins of the previous games, so they're not really new. But Springtrap, he is new, but it's only one animatronic. Like, Jesus Christ, like, Scott, come on. Like, he only made one new animatronic, like, and this is the only physical one. The rest of them are ghosts and phantoms. So, it's like, it's still hard. He still found a way to make the game hard, but it's just like, knowing at the end of the day that there's only one physical animatronic attacking you, it makes it scary, yes, but it's not really good. It's not really good. Like, add at least 2 new animatronics, you know? Kind of like that one fan game, like FNAF 3. Yeah, FNAF 3, where they only had 2 animatronics attacking you. Like, that would have been good enough for me, but only 1? Like, come on. But yeah, I like FNAF 3 because, you know, there's no doors and there's totally new mechanics. And you also gotta watch for the vents. He climbs in the vents. And it's just scary overall, so that's why it's good and bad. Now let's get to the second, like, I like it but I don't like it game. Number 3 is FNAF 3. I'm sorry, FNAF 1. Now, this is the OG. This is the one that started it all. This is the grandfather of all FNAF games. But there's one simple problem. This is the first FNAF game. And what happens? What quality does every first have? First video, first game, or everything? It's bad. Every single time, there is a 90% chance that the first video you've recorded is cringy. Even I admit that my first video is cringy. Not on this channel, but not on the previous channel, but on the other channels I had. They were cringy. The videos I had were cringy. The first videos I had were cringy. And, you know, FNAF 1 wasn't cringy, but it just didn't have that much quality. As ETH Goes Boom says, there are FNAF fan games that have evolved over the first FNAF game. Just go back to it and watch the Security Breach trailer. Watch that and then play FNAF 1. You'll see how it's changed. Even Scott admits that, FNAF 1 from low quality, Security Breach high quality. And it's just like, it is the first one. I love it. But it's just like, it's the first one. So, but yeah, I do really like this game. It is a bit scary, even though the animatronics aren't withered. Sorry. I was about to burp. Even though they're not scary or anything, you know, and all that. And the ambience is creepy and all that. And there's a handful amount of characters trying to kill you. Only 4 or 5. And yeah, just this game is good and bad. You would expect me to put it at number 2, but these 2 last games, which I think you guys already know, you don't know which one's first, but actually just beat this game to a pulp and just won it over. Sorry, I'm making filler. Number 2 is FNAF 4, and I think you guys already know the last game. Anyway, FNAF 4. Why is it number 2? For one simple reason, it it is the first true game that changed mechanics of FNAF. You no longer sit in a room, actually you kind of do, and watch cameras. You don't have cameras. You only have a flashlight. What you have to do is each and every animatronic has their original mechanic. Well, only two do, but still they all have an original mechanic. So Bonnie is at the left door, and you have to listen for his breathing, which I think a lot of people hated because you just had to listen, and games with that mechanic just don't work well. But I do like it. I really do like it at a certain extent. You have to listen for him breathing, and if he's not there, you just gotta shine your light. Same thing with Chica. And then Foxy, he doesn't get into your room straight. You can actually stop him from getting into your room, but he tries to get in your room. When he gets into your room, you gotta like flash your light and check if he's like all the way down to a plushie. And then Freddy's probably the easiest, as he is the main character, but he's pretty much the easiest because all you have to do is just flash away his Freddles and you'll be hunky dory. Then there is Nightmare Fredbear, which I think I consider a boss fight because he's on night 5, and night 5 is basically like the finale night besides night 6, but I really like the game for doing that. Like, I don't know, it just gives a really good vibe, and especially has one new animatronic. I mean 2 because counting Nightmare Fredbear. It had actually 3. Plush Trap and Nightmare. Nightmare is basically a reskin of Nightmare Fredbear, but without saying that, he is extremely scary. And yeah, he's new. Same thing with Plush Trap, although he's kind of a plush version of Springtrap, but he's still cool. And yeah, that's just why I like this game. There was, of course, one other that beat it. But yeah, I think a lot of people will kind of disagree with this because this game just didn't work well with its mechanic. Kind of like what I said with FNAF 2. But except this one just was, it's different. The mechanic was different, and it worked right this time. And yeah, so FNAF 4 is number 2. Now, what is number 1? You guys already know. Number 1 is FNAF 6. Why is it FNAF 6? First off, I think a lot of people will disagree with this, that FNAF 6 isn't the best. It's a simulator. It's a pizzeria simulator. Sorry, my voice. I think I'm losing it. FNAF 6 is a simulator, and you get to make your own pizzeria with your own plates and cups and everything, and your mini games and all that, and you can play mini games, and you can buy more stuff, and you can buy animatronics, and unlock achievements for getting, like, a gang of animatronics and all that. It's just really cool. It was also the game that introduced the most animatronics, too, which included Rockstar Bonnie, Rockstar Chica, Rockstar Foxy, Rockstar Freddy, Lefty, Scrap Baby, as you see right here, Scrap Trap, Molten Freddy, Orville, or the Mediocre Melodies, the Trash Gang, and etc. And, all of that is really cool. I mean, I like it. I mean, people say that it's like, why, Scott? But what saves it is the actual gameplay. After you're done with your simulator on your pizzeria, you have to do tasks. And these tasks take quite a while. So you can unlock upgrades where you can do them faster. And it's really cool. And you also still have to listen, kind of. Except this time you have to lure them away with the audio. Kind of like, well, actually not kind of like anything. You have to lure them away with audio. And you also have to shine your light in the vent, according to the phone guy. He says that it'll, make him less get into the room. You know what I mean. And I really love that for some reason. And there are also 6 endings to this game, which maxes out its amazement to me. 6 endings. Of course, they're extremely hard to get, except for the canon ending, But all other 5 endings, except for Bankruptcy, are extremely hard to get. And that's what makes it so great, because this game has the most endings out of all of them. And I really love that. So yeah, that's why FNAF 6 is number 1. Because it just has so much to it, At first I was like, why? But then when I played it, I was like, it was super hard. I almost raged, but it was really great. I really loved it, and no disappointment to this game. So yeah, that is it for my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this first video for the channel. So yeah, that is my FNAF games. I might do a part 2 where I'm gonna rank FNAF World, Help Wanted, and Ultimate Custom Night individually, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Tell me in the comments if you do want me to do that. And, yeah, so I'll see you guys next time with another rank video on this channel. I hope you liked my opinion. You probably didn't, and I'll see you guys next time.